Hey, in this video, that is 100 question for network administrator by Abhimanyu Gautam, and don't forget to subscribe the channel for new upcoming videos. What are 10 base 2, 10 base 5 and 10 base T Ethernet LANs? 10 base 2 and Ethernet term meaning a maximum transport rate of 10 megabytes per second that use baseband signaling with a continuous cable segment length of 100 meter and a maximum length of 2 segments. 10 base 5 and Ethernet term meaning a maximum transport rate of 10 megabytes per second that use baseband signaling with 5 continuous segments not exceeding 100 meters per segment. 10 base TN Ethernet term meaning a maximum transfer rate of 100 megabytes per second that use baseband signaling and twisted pair cabling. What is the difference between an unspecified passive open and a fully specified passive open? An unspecified passive open has the server waiting for a connection request for a client. A fully specified passive open has the server waiting for a connection for the specific client. Explain the function of transmission control block. A TCP is a complex data structure that contains a considerable amount of information about each connection. What is management information base (MIB)? A management information base is a part of every SNMP managed device. Each SNMP agent has the MIB database that contain information about the device status, its performance, connection and configuration. The MIB is queried by SNMP. What is anonymous FTP and what would you use it? Anonymous FTP enables user to connect to a host without using a valid login and password. Usually anonymous FTP use a login called anonymous or guest with the password, usually requesting the user's ID for tracking purpose only. Announce FTP is used to enable a large number of users to access file on the host without having to go to trouble of setting up logins for them. Anonymous FTP system usually has strict control over the areas an anonymous user can access. What is pseudo TTY? A pseudo TTY for or false termination enable external machine to connect through telnet or free login. Without a pseudo TT, no connection can take place. Which layer of 7th layer model provides service to application layer or the session layer, presentation layer? What does the mount protocol do? The mount protocol return a file handler and name of the file system in which requested file reside. The manage is sent to client from the server after reception of client's request. What is external data representation? External data representation is method of encoding data within an RPC message used to ensure that the data is not system dependent. Which OSI reference layer control application to application communication session? BOOTP helps a diskless workstation boot. How does it get a message to the network looking for its IP address and the location of its operating system boot files? BOOTP sends a UDP message with a subnetwork broadcast address and wait for a reply from a server that gives it the IP address. The same message might contain the name of machine that has the boot files on it. If the boot image location is not specified, the location send another UDP message and query to the server. What is DNS resources record? A resources record is an entry in a name server database. There are several types of resources record used, including name to address resolution information, resource record and maintain as CII files. What protocol is used by DNS name server? DNS uses UDP for communication between servers. It is a better choice than TCP because of the improved speed connection. Less protocol offer, of course, transmission reliability suffer with UTP. What is the difference between interior and exterior neighbor gateways? Interior gateways connect LANs of one organization, whereas exterior gateways connect the organization to the outside world. What is the hello protocol used to? The hello protocol use time instead of distance to determine optimal routing. It is an alternative to the routing information protocol. What are the advantages and disadvantages of the three types of routing table? The three types of routing table are fixed, dynamic, and fixed central. The fixed table must be manually modified every time there is a change. A dynamic table changes its information based on a network traffic, reducing the amount of manual maintenance. A fixed central table lets a manager modify only one table, which is then read by other device. The fixed central table reduce the need of update each machine's table as with the fixed table. Usually a dynamic table gives the biggest problem for a network administrator, although the table content can change without the administrator being aware of the change. What is the characteristic of store and forward switches? They read the entire frame and check CRC before forwarding. What is a source route? It is a sequence of IP address identifying the route a datagram must flow. A source route may optionally be included in a IP datagram header. What is RIP? Routing Information Protocol. It is a simple protocol used to exchange information between the routers. What is SLIP? Serial Line Interface Protocol. It is very simple protocol used to transmission of IP datagrams across the serial line. All the rest question in the next video.